Hello, how's everybody? This one I'm going to do is going to be about the voice. Excuse me. Um, I wanted to talk about it because it's really like a very big subject. Um, it's a very sensitive subject. Where's the voice? Um, when I first started, when I was very young, I wanted to I wanted to do a band. I wanted to do music. And I wasn't really serious, I don't think. But I like to do a lot of things. But that was one thing that I could do. And I was in a community college and I took a vocal vocal lessons for classical. I didn't want to be a classical vocalist, but that's what they had, and I was appreciated that the teacher taught me how to sing classically, was teaching me how to sing classically for the first time. And ever since then, I appreciated the voice and I wanted to learn about it. Um, the voice, but she told me one thing though. This is back in the day. She said it's going to take you a long time, and the male voice doesn't mature until you're like in your 40s. And I was like maybe like 19 years old. But I always listened to advice. And I thought about it, and I said, that's a long time from now. and, but I did it. And I kept studying. And I took maybe about, I had about maybe in my lifetime, maybe like 20 different vocal coaches. And I went through books and everything. And I learned about music. But there's one thing about the way I do things is that I know that there's a natural way of doing things. I was always like this. Always knew that there was a natural way of doing things. And if it was too mechanical, or if it was something that I couldn't flex or be flexible with, or know everything about, I pretty much wouldn't do it. Like if they said do I would do it, but I would look for like, what am I doing, So anyway, one good thing is that I didn't concentrate, or I didn't make too much of the vocal cord coaches that I had. Not to say I didn't appreciate them, I'm just saying that I pretty much knew that it was up to me to learn the voice. And from my experience, I saw that is something pretty much unreachable. When I say unreachable, I don't mean that you can't find it. I'm just saying it takes a lot of something that you don't understand. But anyway, now I'm here. And I'm pretty close to the voice. And I don't care how long it took me. That's another thing that I had on my side, is that I didn't say I had to do this and I had to do this and I had to do this, but I always checked myself. But one thing I can tell you, the voice is a perfection. Even if you do one song and that song is perfect, you have perfection. I don't care what it was or what it is. You touched perfection. You couldn't control it because you didn't understand all about it, but you pretty much were very close to a perfection. Especially if a lot of people liked your song. I don't care what song it was. Or even if you weren't a good singer. But if you touched somebody with a song, you touched perfection. Because the voice is pretty much who you are. And a lot of people say the reason why I think a lot of vocalists have a lot of problems, and I pretty much like to talk about classical vocalists because they're the ones that are really, really into accomplishing something. And, you know, I can relate to the singers also. It doesn't make a difference. But what I'm saying is that they have to find out. A vocal singer, just who sings, it's pretty much, it's a beauty. And they know it's a beauty. And they use that beauty. And they use it until they use it up, or they use it until they don't want to use it anymore. But with a classical vocalist, you have to keep going no matter what. I'm glad that I listened when someone told me that your voice has to mature. Your voice does have to mature because your voice is you. And there's a lot of videos and a lot of things that the voice is this, the voice is that, voice is this. But I went the road. I followed the road. What I'm saying is that I'm going to add this too. There's a lot of musicians. And a lot of times you can write songs and then you find yourself with a musician who has to do the music. And you're a singer and you write the songs and you're pretty much doing the song. It's no way in the world that, there are musicians. I'm just talking about people who just write music and put the music to it. I'm talking about people who compose music. I'm saying that you have to give yourself credit for your voice. And that's what I'm saying to singers and vocalists. Because I want for you to realize that your voice is you. It's pretty much you. And I don't think you're going to find this information anywhere else. Because I'm pretty much very close to understanding exactly where the voice is. And what I have to say is, it is you. And there's one thing when they have this, you go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. I never listened to that. I never listened to because I see when you're a singer, you see the levels, okay? And you know it's not like going up and going down, okay? Because it's more, maybe it might go up and go down, but there's a lot of curves and shapes and everything like that. So you know that you're doing all of this. So you know that you have the structure of the music that everyone uses, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then you're faced with this perfection. That's what you're faced with. When you're a vocalist, you're faced with perfection and what you want to do to achieve this perfection. You can say, I want to go far with it. It's up to you how far you want to go with this perfection. When you're a vocalist, when you learn vocalist, there's stages. And if you're at their stages like this, and if you're at this stage and you're making money, you could just stop right there at that stage. And every time you find something new, and you know if you go for something new, you're going to have to stop everything else and keep going up those steps. And that will be up to you. But if you're at a stage and you're doing very good, you know how to stay at this stage. But I wasn't like that. I was like, no, I want to go further. 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 And so getting back to where the voice is you. It's who you are. And there's one thing, and I'll have some more because I want to do something with the vocalist, but it has to catch on. I don't know how it's going to catch on, but I got to do it some kind of way to help other singers, you know what I mean? That's why I came up with the music that I did, because a lot of vocalists and a lot of people who write music with the vocals, they don't understand. They're dealing with two things. You're dealing with this structure of music as we use nowadays, and then you're dealing with everything. This perfection. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with perfection. And then you have this perfect sound, and then you tell someone to put it in a structure, and they go, wait, you have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to do this. And you say to yourself, but it was so perfect, and now I'm going to cut it up. So that's one reason why I have Animar, and that's one reason why I have abstract music, because it's singer friendly and it's composer friendly if you're a vocalist, okay, and write music. So how do you get to yourself if your voice is you? Well, it's the deep subject, but there's one thing that people don't put into the voice, what they don't realize. The voice can be anywhere. Anything that you use, your voice can be. Like a lot of people say, in your head, it's in your head, in here, in here. You gotta understand that most people, when you're dealing with vocal coaches, you're not dealing with singers. So they're just helping you find something that you do best. So if it's you, where is your voice? I already told you once, this is not a trick YouTube, because I told you the voice is you. It's everything you do. So if you, so if I sing a song and I sing, let me see, what can I sing? I don't want, this is one of my songs. I don't want anything but you. I can't take anything but you. All this love you're giving me, I don't want, cause I can't take anything but you. Okay, now that was me. So you have to think about it this way. I wrote the song. I brought the song up. I kept it in time. I kept it in order. I made it sound good. I figured out how high the voice was. I figured out how low I wanted it to go. I figured out where the placement was. So, all of that was me. So now, and it's something really, really deep, but now your task is to get to know yourself better. And you can sing all day long, but it's not going to help you to go up the scale, I'm not saying scale, to have a better voice. The thing that's going to make you have a better voice is the more you learn about yourself. And as you learn about yourself, and yourself is the perfection, okay? Your voice is the perfection. Let's say your voice is the perfection that you're trying to reach. And, and the most important thing is doing as many things as possible. And everything that you accomplish is going to make your voice better. You're going to learn more about yourself. If it's a language, languages are good. But you can't escape the fact that you need to know your language. Not your own language, because your own language is pretty much trip you up. If you put all of your energy into learning your language, it's going to make you unaware of other languages, which is not good. So one important thing is doing everything that you can do, but you have to learn about your different languages, at least that they exist. And not put all of your hope in your own language, because everybody has a language of their heart that nobody really knows, but we translate what we feel into our mother tongue. So, if you take away anything from this video, and this was a long one on voice, is that the voice is you. And it doesn't go along in any way, with any structure, with any do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. They use that to communicate, to make money off music. it just has to be done. And I'm not saying anything is bad because we need that. But I'm just saying you have to know that it doesn't have anything to do with or high and low. I mean, even though you sing high and you sing low, learning your voice has nothing to do with it either, okay? Your voice, if you really want to know, the more you learn other things, but you can't escape the fact that there's other languages. And I would even get familiar, I would say at least get familiar with one language just very well and know how other languages work. And sorry to be said, but how can I say? A way of measuring your abilities in your songs is by a language that you know. However, there are specific languages, and I mean like Italian. I would say Italian, English, I would have to say German and French. I mean, I'm not saying which one is better, but those languages are what shows you what level you are at, you know. Like for instance, if I if I did something and then I go, boy, I mean, not practicing your voice. I'm talking about if you get to know yourself and doing something else. It's at work. That's another beautiful thing about the voice. You can actually learn more about your voice by doing a better job at work. Honest to goodness. And if you do a very good job at work and people see your work and you get along with people, it's just the truth. And then you go back and you go, let me see if I can sing Call Me I've Been. And you'll sing it better. And you go, wow, I did it better. Okay. So that's all for now. I mean, this can go on, but the only thing I wanted you to take from this is that it's a very deep subject. To find about yourself is to find your song. Okay, to find out about your voice is to find out about who you are, and you find out your songs. Thank you very much. I hope I do another one. I don't know how to get into this subject that I really love out there. Thank you. Bye-bye.